Hi everybody, welcome back to the Premier Guns YouTube channel, and hot off the press today we've got a new semi-auto I want to show you. A new auto from Benelli. Now a little bit of background obviously with Benelli is the reason Benellis are so popular worldwide is because of the lack of maintenance required. So with Benelli you don't have a gas operating system, it is solely based on inertia, and due to that there are no moving parts. It makes the gun a bit lighter, and also ultimately means you've got nothing to clean. So this is the new Montefeltro. So the Montefeltro is the Benelli single piece action that's been around for probably 20-25 years now, maybe even longer than that. I believe that Montefeltro was some famous Italian person. I think he was a lord from the town of Urbino, which is where the Benelli factory is, and that was back in the Renaissance period, so there's a bit of history attached to this gun as well. So one piece action, and the reason behind that is simply to reduce the cost. We've done videos on the Raffaello, which is the two-piece action, things like the Academia, the Super Sport, which are Benelli's kind of premium models. Now, the most famous Montefeltro model I can think of is the M2. The M2 has been a staple favourite for certainly gamekeepers for as long as I've been in the trade. Certainly from 2000 onwards, from when Beechwood Equipment used to bring in Benelli into the UK. That was the wholesalers back then, and the reason for that is, like I said, they just don't need cleaning. They just work and work and work. The M2 is available in section 1, a 5-shot. So, like I say, for a gamekeeper or for someone that shoots a lot of waterfowl, it's absolutely spot on. So what they've done with this new model, it's basically a revamp. So it's got the same inertia system as it's always had, which is essentially a recoil spring in the stock. But what they have done is they've made the whole gun a lot slimmer. So if you just look at the profile of it, the fore end has virtually nothing there altogether. And also they've slimmed the stock down. And if you compare this to something like an M2, the M2 is a lot more bulky, a lot more chunky, whereas this is going down the route of kind of the new Raphael action, which again is a lot slimmer, a lot sleeker, and you could argue it's just a bit more modern looking. So this particular model is a 28-inch barrel synthetic. So this will be marketed for an all-round shooter, bit of pigeons, bit of clays, bit of wildfowl. They really are a very universal semi-auto shotgun. So we'll take it apart. So you've got a standard screw cap. You can see it's perched on this very stylish Benelli cardboard box we've got here. And take the fore end off. And like I said, because it's a Benelli, because it's inertia operated, there's nothing to clean. If you had the likes of a Beretta, a Remington, a Browning, obviously you'd have various pistons in here. Some guns, older guns, you have piston rings, piston assemblies, and ultimately those are the things that get caked up with carbon and various deposits and always need to be clean. The good thing is with a Benelli is it will not get to the point where it actually stops working because of it's clogged up, whereas with a gas operated auto it would, and that's why they're so popular with people like gamekeepers. So here we've got a 28-inch barrel in a very high gloss finish. I always think the bluing when I pick up a Benelli is exceptional, to be honest with you. Obviously you've got some of the matte finish versions like the Cerakoted M2 etc, but I always think that the gloss, the finish on Benelli barrel is very good. 28-inch, 3-inch chambers, superior steel shot proof, which we all are absolutely going to have at some point. So like I said, it's a very universal gun. We've got a 7mm rib on there, ventilated rib, and this has got the Creo chokes. Now with it being sort of a lower priced Benelli, I think you only get 3 chokes with this, but they are the Creo chokes, so they are nice and long and they offer very good ballistics and also very good patterns, which is good. So the action itself, like I said, it's just a lot sleeker than the old one. The old one was quite bulky, and obviously it was in line for a revamp. They've changed the size and shape of the bolt release button. So they've got Benelli inertia driven system, which is, like I said, absolutely, the way it works is incredible really, because it's just literally a recoil spring in the stock. And then in terms of the stock, you have got, again, it's a lot slimmer than the old one, it's sleeker. They have built the the hole for the sling swivels into the stock, made the actual grip nice and slim again, and it's got one of the, not one of the Comfortech pads that you would find on something more expensive like a Super Sport, but it is a kind of techno gel pad, so it does offer some recoil absorption. So that's that. Forend, I really like the forend. They've put these like groovy grooves in there. You remember I think I compared the Raffaello Super Sport forend to a Salmon. This is not like that, but it has got these little grooves in here as well. And again, the thing with Benelli, it's top quality. You know, the polymer, the composites that they use, the rubbers, always really high standard. And that's coupled with the fact that, as I've said in previous videos, the warranty now offered by Benelli is 10 years. Previously it was 5 years. We did the video on the Franchi Affinity 3, which is similar in design and function to a Benelli semi-auto, and we point out that they come with a 7-year warranty, and because of that I think Benelli have just upped the game a bit, because they are, in my opinion, the world's best semi-automatics, and now you get a 10-year warranty. Again, I'll revert back to another video on an auto, which is the Bretta A400. That came in a cardboard box, and there's two schools of thought here. Yes, it's all about saving the environment, which I completely get, but I think sometimes people like to have a presentation case when they buy something just so they feel a bit more special and they're getting a bit of added extra value. Having said that, 9 times out of 10 they just end up in the loft covered in dust, so it doesn't really matter. So inside your box, you have a book of words, a proof certificate. Now this is just to clarify, this is a brand new model. It's literally just hit the UK markets. We've had this a day, I believe. And inside this Aladdin's Cave of folded cardboard, we have got choke key, shims, and actually, believe it or not, we have actually got 5 chokes. So 5 chokes, all the way from full, 3/4, half, quarter, and cylinder, and the ever important shim kit. Now, for those who don't know what a shim kit is, this is all down to the fitting of the stock. So what you've got is you've got these little plastic shims and spacer plates, and they literally sit in the back of the stock. So you remove the stock, and these little wedges of plastic fit on the between the action and where the head of the stock meets the action, and whatever the design of the shape or the cast of that piece of plastic determines the height and the drop and the cast of the stock. It's extremely clever, but extremely simple at the same time. So that's good, because it means even though you're buying a semi-auto, you know, we can't cut an adjustable comb into something like this, but it's still infinitely adjustable, because you can change the drop at comb, change the drop at heel, and you can change the cast. I'm not entirely sure whether they do a bigger recoil pad for this. As with most Benellis, they usually offer, you know, adjustments that you can make as the owner. So for the Comfortech pads, you can buy them in, I think, 13mm, 25 and 32. So I'll be very surprised if there isn't another option for a longer pad. Shorter, I wouldn't imagine so, because as I've pointed out before, Italian semi-autos, Benelli in particular, tend to come a little bit on the short side. But again, if you're in a pigeon hide and you want to pick the gun up quickly, you don't want a gun that's snagging on your coat, so you are better off in those circumstances with a slightly shorter stock. That's just my opinion. So we've got a set of shims, we've got a choke key, we've got some chokes, and we've got a 10-year warranty. Now, this gun is priced underneath the old M2. So I think it's going to appeal to people who want something a bit lighter than the M2, because this weighs in under £7. And again, that's largely because there's no working bits, there's no pistons, there's no gas stuff. It's all cleverly hidden in the stock. So if you want a gun that is extremely durable, extremely universal, comes with the best warranty you can get on a semi-auto, and you don't want to spend a fortune, I would absolutely have a look at one of these, because they look the part. Again, let's just go back to the fact that it's completely all weather. We're studying now, filming, I can hear the rain on the roof, it's November, it's peeing down. If you had a nice gun, you wouldn't want to take it out today. Whereas this thing, you take it out, you put it in a hide, you go back home, you literally get a sponge on the stock. It is that good. And like I said, because the bluing is a very high quality as well, the whole thing is high quality, to be fair. It's not impervious to rust, because of course bluing is a chemical process. But if you bought a higher level Benelli, like an Academia or one of their new Creo composites, I believe, that comes with their best coating, which has got a 25-year warranty on. What else can you buy for, you know, not a lot of money that's got a 25-year warranty? So that is testament to how good these things are, and also to how confident Benelli are in their products. So that is pretty much it. Just to say, I believe it only comes in right hand eject. I think you can get a slightly shorter barrel, which would be 26 inch, which again will be for the European market. I don't believe they're making a longer one. Benelli don't tend to manufacture that many semi-autos with 30 inch barrels, because the norm, in all fairness, is 28 inch. Because if you've got a 32 inch over and under, even a 28 inch, because of the length of the action, it's still going to be at least as long, if not longer, when it's stuck in your gun cabinet. If you've got any questions on this new Benelli, please comment below, get in touch. You know, we're Benelli premium dealers. We carry a large range of Benellis, right from this right to the limited edition guns, which we've reviewed before. Always happy to help. And most importantly, if you do choose to buy one, then there's no problem for us to do all the shimming and the setup and the fitting, where a lot of people tend to shy away a little when it comes to semi-autos because they can be quite complicated. So that's it. Get in touch. Any questions, comment below, give us a call, give us an email, whatever you need to do. I'm guessing that this is the first time that anyone will have seen this available in the UK. We have got others available in stock because I think they are going to be a popular model for this year. Obviously, it's too late for them to go into the best-selling guns of 2022, but you never know, we might see it next year. Watch out for that video too, because that is coming soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Cheers.